guy with a salary.
The poor guy with the salary.
How are we going to survive this? Will we be able to survive this? Because when we also look at salaries are not increasing.
Yes.
Nothing is changing when it comes to our salaries.
At least not at the rate at which the inflation is running away.
Now.
Let's break the inflation down. Inflation, food inflation, is terrible.
It's horrible.
Terrible, horrible.
It's
You can't afford basics anymore.
yes.
And it is not as if this has come slowly, it has exploded over the last 18 months, If you know that I'm very fond of using Oros. 2-liter Oros is one of my benchmark commodities that I check in the supermarket. Why? It is very popular, it's widely consumed in Namibia, and that packaging, that 2-liter packaging is the most popular packaging. So it provides a clue on the impact of inflation on households. And if you look at the price of a 2-liter bottle of Oros before COVID was about $39. And then it went up to $40 and $41, and then people stopped drinking Oros. Why? Because of a phenomenon that we call substitution. There are many different cold drinks on the market. So Oros is our favorite, but if it gets too expensive, you simply stop buying it, or you get to the position where many households are in, is that they don't decide not to buy it because they don't like it, but because they simply cannot afford it.
Yes.
So they have to go for the cheaper option. If you go to any of the bigger supermarkets now, what is the price of a 2-liter bottle of Oros? Still 41. So how is it possible, if so many other items exploded in the last 4 or 5 years, but especially in the last year and a half, that Oros could stay more or less on the level that it was when COVID started? You see, it doesn't really make sense. Now you look at milk. 1-liter milk and 2-liter milk. If you look at fresh milk has been $39 for a 2-liter bottle for the last 2 years.
Yes.
And then when it's not on special, it goes to 42, and then very often you find it at 37, and you think, are these cows sick or what? Where did they come from? And then you get farm Klaverias that come into the market with fresh milk at $15 for 1 liter and at $30 for 2 liters, and that is a no-brainer, And again, you ask yourself, why do we not see the effect of inflation in fresh milk, like similar to Oros, like we see in almost everything else? Take a packet of coffee, a 500-gram packet of filter coffee went from about $120 to 2 years ago, 18 months ago, to over $200 in the last 2 weeks. Now, I'm very fond of just checking supermarkets on a weekly basis, doing my own little assessment on inflation. And if coffee is on a special, you see these empty shelves.
Yeah, you do.
People really go for them. Whether it is instant coffee or whether it's filter coffee, if coffee is a basic commodity that every household uses every single day. It's like milk, it's like sugar, it's like
Butter and bread.
butter, bread, maize meal, that sort of thing, cooking oil. But coffee is something that I still want to come across the household that does not drink coffee. So how can an item go from $120 to $220 in just over a year? And that shows you that the whole retail industry is under pressure. And why is retail? Retail means sales in shops, in supermarkets. Why is it under pressure? Because the ordinary guy in the street, the guy and the girl in the street do not have spare money. They are battling to make ends meet. There's nothing left. You know that expression that the paycheck is done before the month is done?
Yes.
That is
Before the day is done.
that is applying to more and more people every month.
Yes.
And I see it, you know. So what happens is that certain items that are deemed to be luxury, their prices are exploding.
It is.
Like filter coffee. And other items that are deemed to be more basic, I mean, if you take a 2 kilogram of sugar, it's $44. It has been in that region, if it's on special, it's $39. It's been in that region around $40, $41, $42, also for the past year and a half.
And that is white sugar. Because
Yeah.
now I see a lot of people also moving over to brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Because it's cheaper
Another
than white sugar.
another form of substitution, you know. And if inflation carries on the way that it has been doing for the last year and a half, you are going to see many products disappear from our shelves. Why? Because people stop buying them.
Yes.
Because there are other cheaper options, and there is nothing wrong with the cheaper options. You know, I take Claveria's milk again. I love it. Do you know why? It's not homogenized. So you can actually make umayere from it, which you cannot make from processed milk.
Yes.
Yeah. So I buy it.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we have come to the end of this talk. But of course, it's not the end of inflation. But we have to say goodbye. So thank you so much for keeping it locked to the Power Station Energy 100. You can, of course, go to economist.com.na to listen to previous talks that we've had. So from Elsabe Timinyani, from Mr. Daniel Steinman, and from the team, we say goodbye.